problem. For only. You have given me 10:40 is the correct time. 10:30 you told me, but I have been watching my time and then I know 10:40. If I am wrong, please correct me. 10:40, so after about 10, please give me 1:30. Okay. So, because as an organizer, I know the difficulty of the organizers. So the organizers have a lot of difficulty. Just everyone shines for it. It's very difficult for the organizers. So, sir. So now, while dealing with the subject, are there any person from an institution, education institution? There is no such person. But anyhow, briefly, the Total Income Tax Act scheme I will go through so that at least for the members, majority of the members are seniors and having sufficient exposure and experience. But anyhow, for the sake of refreshing ourselves with the provisions, the Income Tax Act taxation, yes, I would like to touch. The Income Tax Act is framed at present in such a way which is quite different from 1/4/2001 if at all the DTC is going to come. So DTC taxation of the chartered institutions and the religious institutions is drastically different, not say similar to this. There is a drastic difference. But now this is the three-tier exemption is available. First is for the government funded or government promoted institutions like universities, which are helped by the University Grants Commission, or aided schools, you will find. So, in all such cases, as they are promoted by the government, a blanket exemption is given, not to file the return, total income need not be computed, and their income is exempt. Educational and medical relief institutions is the first stage under section 1023C, 3AB, AC. Small 3, AB, small AB, small AC. The government promoted institutions. For example, many universities which are promoted by the state government, their all income is fully exempt, they will not file the return. This is the first part. Second part, though private people promote it, but they promote it as a public organizations, schools, colleges, or to some extent the hospitals which are promoted as public chartered institutions. For them, up to 1 crore rupees of gross receipts without any registration under section 12A, their income is exempt, provided they get their accounts audited, provided anonymous donations are not there. Anonymous donations means a donor is not identified, then anonymous donations, irrespective of their income or loss of the main activity, under section 115 BBC, anonymous donations are taxable at the rate of 30% in the hands of these charitable institutions. If it is a religious institution, no question of anonymous donations taxation. If the religious institution is fully exempt as far as these anonymous donations are concerned. But as far as the charitable institutions are concerned, anonymous donations are taxable. So, you got a problem. Practically, that is not worrying more about the sections. Some inspector in this June could not get his son admitted in a good school in this place. Then that inspector will keep quiet. So that inspector goes on. Who is your auditor? Auditor. I have no auditor at all. Oh, you have no auditor. Then you are saying in your letterhead, registered. Yes, registered. Registered of society said. Okay, registered. Then we go to the register of societies. Sir, is the registration number correct? Correct. What your registration department should do? Every year they should file the annual accounts and the executive list. No? Are you? No. We are not concerned. There are every district is having not less than 67,000 societies. Where is the time? The government appointed only one district registrar, 2 clerks. We cannot go up for 7,000 times every year. They think they need it. No man, it is not our duty. Okay. The tax inspector will keep quiet. Then section 133A, survey. In the afternoon is my topic. So, but no related, small portion is related. What 133A says? The income tax authority can conduct the survey as per the section in any business or profession carrying on premises. Now, the 133A survey can be carried on only in the premises where business or profession is carried on. Now the school is registered under Societies Act as a public charitable institution. That the school is promoted by wife and husband who were the teachers in earlier school. That school was prospering, so they came out and they started. They went to the DEO, said, recognition school. Okay, after some bylaws change your names, we will also do registration. So this wife and husband started the society. So now after 7 years, 8 years, the school is flourishing, but never they consulted the auditor. They thought it's their own funds, and now initially the wife was the principal and husband was the correspondent. Now they earned money in the 7-8 years. They are not the husband is only the correspondent, wife even now not teaching, not even the principal. So they got a lot of money. So now what the inspector will plan, how to say that is a business institution. So he will ask his IDO, sir, let us go and conduct 133. Inspector cannot do, inspector can do only 133B, general survey. Specific survey, only IGO, not less than IGO can do. So the IGO with an authorization from the Joint Commissioner, without Joint Commissioner authorization. So with the Joint Commissioner permission, he comes to the school. Sir, we are no come for survey, come on. They will choose the timing in such a way that the real promoters will not be there. Some dummy principal. The principal is there, so the principal will be there. So they will ask, so what is your name? Here who are you? I am principal of the school. Then, are you maintaining accounts for this? Sir, every day I collect the money, but evening I will give it to that madam and that sir only. You will say, I record it. The submissions, a lot of money is coming. How you are doing? Are you opening a bank account and deposit? No, sir. The surplus season, June, July, you contribute to a private chit. And in the month of February, March, there is no money. We draw the chit and then pay the money. Come on, record it. So, then, you got recognition, yes sir, DO, district education officer, this is recognized school. No. Okay. So, DO, what papers you have filed? Give me. So, we use the papers. Then, are you collecting any capitation fees? I want to admit the children. How much you charge? Sir, for LKG we charge 10,000. If it is 6th class, we charge 20,000. So that fellow will say, this fellow will record. What are the consequences? So, ultimately, the last question he will put, who are running this school? Sir, I am not able to understand. I am the principal running. Until you are making the school move, I say, who is the real owner? That's what this officer will put the question. Sir, that madam and sir, they are the real owners, sir. This fellow will give the reply, record. So now the officer will go back. Then under 131, he can issue summons. During 133A, statement only can be recorded, which is not on both. Both administrative power is not there under 133A general side. So under 131, he can issue the summons. So he will issue the summons to the person who is the real owner, and then he will record on both the statement. So the first previous day statements cannot go back, and he will correct the documents. Under 133A, documents can be impounded. Books of accounts and other documents can be impounded. So what is the evidence of the stitch contribution, the capitation fee contribution? Because of the Supreme Court decision, every state government said, no education institution shall collect the capitation fees. Every state government passed to comply with the Supreme Court said earlier. So every state. Now this fellow is contravening the state government provisions means, that means it is not a public interest. Where is the question of public charitable purpose? You are contravening the provisions of the state government. State policy to prove what you say is wrong. But it is up to you to prove that you are correct. There are institutions where the 7 members are only ordinary members. For 10 years consecutively, no membership fees is credited in the field of income tax account. Then how they are continuing? Primarily, they are floated with the family members, same 7 members. Some people have died, even then the same thing, without never be a stupid name. So there are instances, practical instances happen. So we never ask, like, if an SSC comes to you, had he come 10 years back, you would ask him by opening his file, are you having a journey? So every year, apart from the business income, you credit 20,000, 30,000 agriculture. That's what remember. He told his accountant. After 5 years, this fellow has sold the agriculture land. He didn't tell his accountant. So the accountant agrees creating everything. So you are also filing return agreement. Only when it comes to scrutiny or some other case, and case of 138, where is the land? No land is there. Only you realize. So that should not happen in a routine way in the case of these charitable institutions, where we must be very careful. As per the law, everything is followed by them or not. Meticulously, we have to advise them, we must guide them, then proper management only. So it happened in the case of some engineering colleges. They devised in such a way, 6 engineering colleges in this town. All my students will pay capitation fees to you. Your students will pay to another engineering college. So that the government cannot prove that I have taken the capitation fees. The other engineering college students will pay to me as donations. Systematically, all these managements have come to understanding. So capitation fees, without collecting, we cannot have buildings. We are not having white money to construct buildings. Real money, where is the position of white money? So we must construct the buildings every year after year. Numbers should expand. So to get the money, capital receipts, section 11(1)(d) says exemption. So the capital receipts from your own students you have, the immediate people will come and question the parent, to whom you are given, why you are given. Sir, my son is studying, I have given. I am asking the same thing. In your lifetime, have you given any donation to anybody for education? No. Only because your son is studying, you are given any capitation fees. So, however, coaching we give. Actually, this 6 engineering college planned in such a way that this college students will donate, students' parents will donate to other engineering college students will donate to this fellow. Now, definitely it goes to the department. Department wants to disprove it. Definitely department goes to the parents. They will ask them, how much money? How all the parents equal amount will put? So they will say, my student is studying in another institution. But this parent and that parent, capital fees, you will fix up something. Donation also. In the same season, same amount, to a different institution. Doesn't mind. So they will collect the whole data and they will try to disprove it. So fact is a fact, it can be disproved unless we have the truth. In the real life also, how long we can be false and then go on pretending. So somehow or else this will come. So we will be very careful in having these capital receipts, especially the capital receipts, because it may totally. So one case I have given in my paper, there is a Queen's College in Uttarakhand.
Queen's Education.
There is a National Institute of Aeronautical Education Society Uttarakhand and Queen's Education Society Uttarakhand. There, I must tell you what has happened. This has got many ramifications in the past 3 years. The CBTD has issued a guidance to all the commissioners based on this decision. What is the decision? A school in the consecutive 3 years, 22%, 25%, 30% surplus shown. Let us say Salem, my friend Phalgunakumar is there, my good friend Phalgunakumar from Salem. You will find near Salem aircraft that Mount Ford school is there, 100 years old school. For that 100 years old school, this principle is applied. Before year. What is the rule they have applied? You are saying public charitable purpose, okay, non-profit motive, okay,